Good morning, everyone. A warm welcome to the yoga session hosted by Santa Clara County Library. Like Adrian mentioned, I will be taking a break for a few weeks, but we'll be back in September. I just have to take care of some work at home, so I want to spend time with my family and my daughters. But I will be back again in September. I will again make this announcement towards the end of the class for the benefit of those who are joining late to the class today. All right. So that being said, let's begin today's session in a standing position. Let's all make our way up into a standing position. Whenever you feel ready, gently take your legs about a little bit wider than the distance of your hips. And let's open up our hands with the palms face towards the back. Spread your fingers out really well. And let's take the hands all the way behind our back. Interlock the hands. Let's press our knuckles down. Press your shoulders all the way to the back. Feel the opening in the center of your chest. Try to take slow, deep, long breaths in and out. With each breath in, try to press your feet into the mat as you try to gain length. So connect with your tailbone, your lower back, and then the top of your head. And let's try to press the feet and feel tall while we press our shoulders to the back. And breathe. Gently take your hands towards your right side. Come back to the center. Let's take it towards the left side and come back to the center. Bend one knee at a time. Start to pedal from wherever you are standing. Your hands are resting on your hips right now. And let's come with our hands on the hips. Let's try to lead with the chin. Keep the space between the chin and the collarbone. And let's try to bring our upper body parallel to the ground. So you're going to just lean forward. Your hands are still resting on your hips. Pull the belly button towards you. Gently bring yourself all the way up. One more. Lead with your chin. Let's bring the upper body parallel to the ground. And slowly bring yourself all the way up. This time, as you come forward, I want you to connect with the back of both your legs and your lower back and see if there is any sensations around that area. Lead with your chin. Let's try to bring the upper body parallel to the ground. Stay connected with your, pull the belly button towards your spine. And now let's connect with the glutes, lower back, and the back of our legs. Maybe we are feeling something around that area. Now start to lift your hands off your hips, which means to say now there is space. And now let's gently come into a forward bend. Drop the crown of your head, lift your hands up towards the ceiling. And breathe. Gently rest your hands on your hips. Continue to stay in your forward bend. Let go of your shoulders. Relax. Pull the belly button towards you. Take your time. Very slowly roll yourself all the way up. Good job. I can see some of you on the screen. Beautiful, fantastic work. Release your hands. Let's take our hands. Take your thumb and you're going to tuck it into your lower back, right? So you're going to wrap the rest of your fingers around your hip, but you're going to take your thumb and support your lower back by pressing your thumb into the lower back. Let's try to press our elbows inwards, so towards the body, towards each other, and start to soften your knees. Both your knees are slightly bent. As you give a supported back bend, you're going to deepen the bend in your knees as well, right? So make sure your elbows come towards each other, start to bend your knees. Let's start to arch up the back, and let's give a nice deep back bend to the body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press both your feet into the mat. Let's make our way up into a standing position. Release the hands off. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, circle your hands. This time your palms are facing forward, except your hands are going to go behind your leg, right? So lead with your chin. You're going to bring your upper body parallel to the ground. You're going to take your hands behind your thighs. And now you're going to slide your hands behind your legs while keeping your upper body parallel to the ground to some extent, and then come into a normal forward bend with your hands wrapped behind your ankle. And breathe. Stay. Think about lower back. See what's going on around your lower back. Maybe you can't reach towards your ankles. Maybe your hands go just below your knees or at the back of your thigh. That's okay. Doesn't matter. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide your hands at the back of your legs. So just like how you came down, you're going to come up. So keep sliding your hands and progressively take your hands out, separate your hands out, interlock your hands, press the heel of the palm all the way up. Let's try to open up the side body. Take your hands all the way towards your right side. Come back to the center. Let's take our hands all the way towards the left side. And come back to the center. Release your hands. Let's rotate our shoulders and reverse the direction of the rotation of our shoulders and let it go. Shake it off a little bit. Keep your legs together. Bring your hands to the heart center. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, press your hips back. Let's come into a forward bend. Now, those of us who are not able to place our hands down, you can either use a block. If you have a block to elevate the height, so you can place your hands on your block like this, or you can bend your knees and place your hands on the ground like this, right? So if it works for you to keep your legs straight, that's fine. Otherwise, bend your knees or use a block. All we are going to do is we're going to try to see how it feels to transfer the body weight onto our right leg and gently lift your left leg off the ground. So just stay here. Your upper body is parallel to the ground. You have just lifted one leg off the ground. Your knees are hugging each other. Breathe. Step your left feet down. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Arch up your back. Give a counter position to that forward bend. Exhale, fly your hands all the way out. Let's come back to our forward bend. Remember, you have other options if your hands are not touching the ground. Whenever you feel ready, rest your fingertips down to the ground. Transfer your body weight onto the base of your feet of your left and gently release your right off the ground. It will be helpful to keep that little bend in your left knee so that you can easily come down. Try that. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step your right leg next to your left. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Let's arch up the back. Counter position. When we do a forward bend, we want to do the counter, a back bend. Take your hands all the way up. Circle your hands. Bring your hands back to the heart center. Slowly, as you inhale, take your hands all the way up. Arch up your back. Exhale, circle your hands. Let's come into a forward bend and step your right leg all the way to the back. Drop your right knee down to the ground. Bring yourself all the way up. But now all we are going to do is we're going to try to look over our left shoulder here. That's all we are doing. So first, let's start by placing our right hand down to the ground and place your left hand. So the left leg is forward, left hand on the hip, and try to press your elbow to the back, right? So it means to say you're not opening your elbow out like this. I want you to press your elbow back. And as you press your elbow back, I want you to look towards your left side, towards the ceiling. You may relax your right leg toes if you wish to. And breathe. Option to go a little further here. If you want to, you can belt your left hand behind your back. Work on pressing this shoulder to the back, right? So you want to really open up that shoulder. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's all bring our hand back to the hip wherever we were. Let's meet there. And then gently place your left hand also down to the ground. Tap your right leg toes. Release your right knee off the ground. Rest your right palm down to the ground. Open up your left hand a little bit deeper. Option to rest your knee down if you wish to. Option to keep your knee off, whatever works for you today. And breathe. Gently place your hand so you're framing your left leg. Hands are on either side of your left leg. Step your right leg forward, back to forward bend. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, counter to the forward bend. Very slowly take your hands all the way up, circle your hands, rotate your shoulders, and reverse the direction of the rotation of your shoulders. And let's come back. I'm going to just adjust the camera really quick. My head is slightly getting cut off. There you go. Okay. All right. Ready? Slowly inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, press your hips back. Let's come into a forward bend. Very slowly, take your left leg all the way to the back. Rest your left knee down to the ground. Bring yourself all the way up. Tuck your back leg toes, left leg toes. Place your left hand down to the ground. Let's take our right hand, rest it on our hip. Turn your elbows inwards and look over your right. The goal here is to constantly engage the right shoulder and the elbow. If you wish to belt that right hand behind your back, so wrap your arm, the right arm behind your back. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's all bring our hand back onto our hips. And then gently release your hand. Place your hand down. Frame your right leg. When you feel ready, gently you're going to release your left knee off the ground. So place your left hand down to the ground. Keep your left leg toes tucked. Release your left knee off the ground. Take your right hand all the way up and open it up. Option to rest that knee down if it is too much for you. Otherwise, keep that knee off the ground. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place your right hand down to the ground, framing your right leg. Step your left leg forward. You'll end up in a forward bend. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Arch up your back bend. Reach your fingertips up. Circle your hands. Rotate your shoulders. And reverse the direction of the rotation of your shoulders and let it go. Shake it off a little bit. We're going to open up our legs a little bit wider. So let's try to keep it to the as wide as the width of our mat. Right? We're going to just start squat, wide leg squat here. Hands to the heart center. Don't drop your chest down in this one. Right? Earlier we had a position where we were bringing our upper body parallel, but right now keep your chest up. So come down only as low as you can. But if you start to feel you're doing this, then you have to stop. Don't go any further. Ready? Let's just bend one knee at a time. Come back to the center. Keep your knees soft. Hold your belly button towards your spine. So really tighten your core muscles. And let's come down. And down. Do your best. And a little bit more. And you can rest your elbows on top of your knees. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the belly button towards you. Gently bring yourself all the way up. Widen your stand out a little bit more. Let's place our hands on our hips for now. We're going to connect with our inner thighs on both legs and we'll work on that and then get into a little bit deeper ones later on. Let's try to bump up our hips all the way. Soften your right knee. Start to bend your knee. Push your hips towards your right side. And come back to the center. Push your hips all the way. Start to bend your left knee and push it towards your left side. Chest up and come back to the center. Right. Open your hands. Now take your left hand to the outside of your right. Take your right hand all the way over your head. So if you notice, you're feeling it in both your shoulder blades in a different way, right? Because your right hand is kind of stretching the top of your shoulder blade. Whereas your left hand, you're feeling it kind of in the middle of your shoulder blade. And breathe. Pull the belly button towards you. Take your hands, stack up your hands. Your right comes on the top, left comes below, and you lock both your knees. Interlock your hands, come into eagle arms. And breathe. Soften both knees. Keep your legs just the way they are. Let them be wide. Bend both knees. So let's come into squat this way. Push your hips back. Come into squat with your eagle arms. Your stand is much wider than the previous one. Earlier we were as wide as our mat. Now we are much wider. And bring it up. 3. And up. 2. And up. And one last one. And up. Release your hands. Before you release your hands, see which hand is on the top. Our right hand is on the top, left is below, right? Release your hands out. Press your hands to the back. And now gently start to bend your left knee. Take your right hand to the outside of your left and take your left hand all the way over your head. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Simply lift your hands naturally, the most natural way they can come up, right? Automatically your hands will start in the right order. Right comes below, left comes on the top. Come into eagle arms. And breathe. Pull the belly button towards you. Press your hips back. Let's squat. Let's pulse here today. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press into your feet. Squeeze your belly. Lift yourself up. Release your hands. Press your hands all the way to the back. Release your hands. Take your hands all the way up. So we're going to turn our body towards our left side. So hinge from your waist and point your body towards your left side. So turn everything towards your left side. Right? Take your hands, just like how you did earlier on. Wrap your hands behind your left thigh. Let's try to slide our hands behind the left and keep going and keep going and keep going. So both knees are locked. Your hands are going towards the ankle. Maybe they stop here, that's fine. Maybe they stop here, that's fine too. Wherever your hands reach. Keep your right hand behind your left ankle. Take your left hand all the way up. And breathe. Both knees locked if you can, please. And breathe. Wrap your left behind your left ankle. Right hand comes up. Left hand comes up. Right hand comes up. Make your way up into a standing position. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Hold the ball between your palms and simply hinge from your waist. Turn everything, your shoulders. You're trying to angle your body towards your right side this time. Release your hands, circle your hands, start to lean forward. Take your hands behind your right. If this is the best you can do, just stay here. That's totally fine. You can release and come back, right? Those of us who want to slowly progress down, start to crawl. Maybe you can go a little deeper. Maybe you can reach your ankle. Try not to bend both knees. Keep your left behind your right hand goes up. Look over your right. And breathe. Gently bring your right hand behind your right ankle. Crawl, right, right, left, and bring yourself up. Take your time, no rush whatsoever. Come back to as wide as your mat. Remember, we had widened our stand, so come back to the width of your mat. So toe heel yourself and stay as wide as your mat now. Take your hands behind your back. Tuck your thumb into your lower back. Bend both your knees. And let's give a back bend. So feel your quads. As you arch your back and press, you should start to feel the stretch from the top of your leg to your thigh, right? So connect with those muscles of your quads and let's try to give a back bend. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press your feet into the mat. Slowly make your way up. You can either repeat that exact same thing one more time, or you can take your right hand behind your right thigh. Take your left hand behind your left thigh. Soften both your knees. Start to slide your hands behind your thighs, arch up your back. Go as low as you can go. And breathe. Pull the belly button towards you. This one is a little bit harder to come up. And slowly make your way all the way up. Release your hands, toe heel yourself, come back to the center, and shake your legs off a little bit. And let's step to the top of the mat. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, press your hips back. Let's come into a forward bend. Take your right leg all the way to the back. Take your left leg all the way to the back. Let's meet in, I'm just walking back, you don't have to, so that you can see me better. Just stay in downward dog and pedal your legs off. Very slowly, let's take our right leg all the way up. 3-legged dog. Bend your right leg at the knee, fire hydrant. Inhale, point your right leg toes up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step your right leg forward and place your hands on either side of your right leg. Pull the belly button towards you. Gently bring yourself all the way up. Good job, guys. It's good that I'm able to see at least one half of the screen, which is nice. And breathe. Very slowly, we're going to tap. If you remember in the beginning of the class, we hugged our knees and we lifted one leg off in forward bend, right? We're going to try to do that. Place your hands on either side of your left leg. Bring your left leg to meet your right. Take your left leg all the way to the back. Stay. I'm going to change my position here. All right, let's do this few times. Whenever you're ready, you can transfer your hands to front of your toes if it helps you a little bit more. Slowly bring your left to meet your right. Slowly take that leg back. Synchronize your breath with your movement. Catch a breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Step your left leg, come into a forward bend. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, arch up your back, counter. Exhale, reach your hands out, circle your hands, rotate your shoulders, and reverse the direction of the rotation of your shoulders. Gently shake your legs off a little bit. Let's step to the top of our mats. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, arch up your back. Exhale, press your hips back. Let's come into a forward bend. Take your time, slowly take your right leg all the way to the back. Shift your hands to the in front of your leg if you wish to, right? And we're going to just bring those knees towards each other. Keep the right leg lifted. 6 times. Ready? Let's go. Knee towards each other, lift that leg up and take a giant leap back. Together and out Exhale and inhale. Breath out and breathe in. Flamingo and a lunge. Last time and a lunge. Gently step your right leg forward, forward bend. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, arch up your back. Exhale, circle your hands, bring your hands back to the heart center. That must be a little bit of burn on the thighs for most of us. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, arch up your back. Exhale, circle your hands. Let's come into a forward bend. Step your right leg all the way to the back. Step your left leg all the way to the back. Let's gently pedal our legs off. Drop the knees down and set position for a cat and cow. Tuck your toes. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round your back. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round your back. Let's just walk our hands. We'll do something very easy for a minute. Walk your hands, move, drop your hips down and extend your legs all the way out. So we'll release our quads a little bit, the thighs, because from the previous flamingo position, maybe we are feeling a burn in our thighs. Keep your right leg extended, crawl your left towards you. Wrap your hands over the shin of your left, release your left leg off the ground. All toes flexed. Release your right off the ground as well. Try to pull your thigh towards your body. Let's try to balance here and breathe. Both your legs are off the ground right now. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just rest only your right leg down. Take your left and drop it in such a way that your knees get stacked up, right? So you're going to adjust your legs so that your the base of your feet of your top leg, which is your left leg, is pointing to the back, right? Instead of resting it to the ground, you're trying to take it to the back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, lead with your chin. Wherever your hands rest, just let it go. Feel the back of your right leg. And breathe. If your hands can reach the toes, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, take your hands behind you. Just lift your hips up a little bit. Start to bend your extended leg, which is your right leg. And now you're going to try to stack up your knees one more time. So press your knuckles to the back. Lift your hips up. Adjust your legs and then settle both your glutes down to the ground. Take your hands all the way up. Take your right hand below. Take your left hand on the top. Let's come into eagle arms. Inhale, lift yourself all the way up. Exhale, hollow your belly, elbow to the knee. Tuck your chin into the collarbone. Inhale, lift your elbows, arch up your back. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. And exhale. Come into a neutral position. Release your hands. Press your arms to the back. Take the support of your hands. Actually, let's do one more position here. Hold on to your top, which is your left leg. Ankle with your right. Hold on to your right with your left. Gently work on, see how it feels to lift your legs off the ground. Let's try to balance here a little bit. And breathe. Nothing much happening here. Trying to just sit on the glutes by lifting our legs off to see if you can hold ourselves here or not, right? And let it go. Place your hands wherever you can, maybe both hands in the front, both hands at the back, one in the front, one at the side, doesn't matter. Lift your hips up, drop both your knees down to the ground, rest it down to the ground. We're going to start by releasing the right leg, which is the back leg. Release your right leg out. Release your left leg out. You will end up in a plank. So you will look like this, right? Drop your knees down. Relax your toes. Walk your hands back. You are back to your cat and cow. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, down to your back. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, down your back. Come into a neutral position. And before we do the other side, we're going to tuck our toes and try to engage the core muscles. Slowly work on lifting both your knees off the ground. Let's hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently rest your knees down, relax your toes, walk your hands towards your body, drop your hips down, and extend your legs all the way out. Flex your feet. Take your right over your left. The base of your feet of your right is facing to the back. Your knees are stacked up. Extended legs is flexed. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, lead with your chin. Maybe your hands just rest next to the leg. That's fine. And breathe. If you have an option to reach towards your toes, go ahead and do that. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, circle your hands all the way to the back. Gently bend your left leg and try to stack up your knees. Lift your hips up, stack up your knees, and press your glutes down. One more, lift your hips up, try to stack up your knees, and press your hips down. Open up your hands, left, right on the top, interlock your hands. Start to arch up your back. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, round your back. Rest your elbows on top of your knee. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last time. And exhale. Bring yourself into a neutral position. Open up your hands. Press your hands all the way to the back. Release your hands. Take the support of your hands. We're going to drop both our knees down. Doesn't matter where your hand position is. Slowly make your way so that you rest your knees down. We'll start by taking our left leg to the back. Extend your left leg out. Catch the ball of the feet on the ground. Extend your right leg. Catch the ball of the feet on the ground. You will end up in a plank position. Hold your plank. 8. Press your heels to the back. That will release your legs out as well. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to rest your knees down, but walk your hands away from your body. So I want us to have more space between, so the wrist is not in line with your shoulders, basically, right? And then cross your legs. So we have one leg and then we have cross the other leg at the ankle. Right? Press your hips all the way to the back. As you do that, rest your toes down with your legs crossed. Rest your forehead down to the ground. Elbows down. Inhale, lift your legs off. Gently start to lean forward. Take your gaze all the way up. Exhale, press your hips back. Whenever your legs rest, they rest down to the ground. Press your hips to the back. Rest your elbows and your forehead down. Inhale, press into your palms. Slowly roll yourself forward. Look towards the ceiling. Last time, press your hips all the way to the back and rest and breathe. Now switch your legs. So whichever leg is on the top, switch your legs, take the other leg on the top. So if you had your right below, switch it to left or the other way. Press into your palms, gently lift yourself all the way up, back to cobra. Press your hips all the way to the back. Rest your toes down, your elbows down, forehead to the ground. Last time, lift yourself all the way up, arch up your back, and exhale. Press your hips back and press your hands and your forehead and your elbows down to the ground. Release your legs, undo your legs, walk your hands towards you. Let's maintain a puppy position. So your hips are lifted, the forehead is resting on the ground, your elbows are resting on the ground. And from here, slowly lift your head up, walk your hands back towards your body, and let's come up onto our knees. In order to give a break to our knees and also to engage the core, we'll repeat the previous position. Tap your toes, lift both your knees off the ground, hold, just giving a little break to the knees. And from here, reach to downward dog. Start to pedal your legs off. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press both your heels down to the ground. Gently take your right leg all the way up. Point your toes. Slowly bring your right knee into your chest, core plank position. Drop your right leg down. So I'm going to turn my body so that the shin of your right leg comes parallel to the top of your mat and your left knee comes down to the ground. We are heading into pigeon position. You can keep your hands just the way they are, right, like this. Just make sure your back knee is resting to the ground. It's not tucked and lifted off, but your back leg is resting to the ground. If you have a block, use a block if you need the height, and you can rest your elbows on your block like this, or a nice phone book or something like a big nice fat textbook, right? And you can stay here. This is good for beginners who want to get comfortable in pigeon position. You can adjust the height if you want it higher. You can keep the block higher like this, right? Otherwise, you can release it. If you don't need a block, bring your elbows down or walk your hands, bring your forehead down. Think about your right glute and feel the stretch around your right hips. Gently walk your hands back towards your body. We're going to bend our back leg at the knee. So tuck your left leg toes, which is your back leg toes, and hop that knee a little bit closer to the body like that. Place your right hand down to the ground. Bend your left leg. Hold on to your left with your left hand. So I'm just trying to adjust so that you can see me. Just hold that leg like that and pull that leg towards your body. Stretching the quads of your left. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your left leg out. Press your left hand down. Keep your hands shoulder width apart. Tuck your left leg toes. Now release your left knee off the ground. Bring your right knee into your chest, core plank. Take it into three-legged dog. Take it all the way up. Come into fire hydrant, bend at the knee. Take it back into three-legged dog. Drop that leg down, downward dog, and start to pedal your legs off. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press both your heels down in downward dog. Take your left leg all the way up, three-legged dog. Bend your left leg, fire hydrant. Take your left leg all the way up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your left knee into your chest, core plank. Drop your left leg down. Work on pressing your hips to the back, rest your right knee down to the ground. Make all adjustments to bring the shin of your right leg parallel to the ground. Sometimes that right leg starts to sickle in like this. If it is a lot going on for you and it's too much, don't have to work. But if you are able to adjust your leg, adjust that leg so that the shin comes parallel to the top of your mat. Option to use a block. Option to rest your elbows down. Extend your arms, forehead down. Slow, deep, long breaths in and out. Connect with your left hip and your glute. Lift your head up. Slowly walk your hands back towards your body. The right knee, we are going to hop it a little bit closer. So tuck your right leg toes and hop that right knee a little bit closer to your body. It will help you to hold on to that leg better. Then bend your right leg. Place your left hand to the center of your body and then hold on to, I'm just adjusting my leg so you can see me holding my leg, and then I'm going to bring it back in line, right? Because it needs to be in line with your hip. And then pull that leg towards your body. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release your right leg. Keep your arms shoulder width apart. Tuck your right leg toes and release your right knee off the ground. Back to core plank. Three-legged dog. Fire hydrant. Are you breathing? Three-legged dog. Downward dog. And pedal your legs off. Separate your legs out. Take a wide stand with your knees. Touch your toes. Press your hips back. Extended child's position. Take a breath. Slowly lift your head up. Walk your hands back towards your body. Bring your knees towards each other. Drop your legs to one side and bring yourself into butterfly. So some of you have joined the class late today. We did have an announcement that Adrian and myself made at the beginning of the class. So I will repeat. You can go ahead and move your legs a little bit while I'm speaking. So I will be taking a small break for the month of August, which means to say we do not have any more classes for this month on Tuesdays. And in the first week of September, I will be back after the Labor Day and I will restart these classes. Those of us who are taking my free Friday and Sunday classes, I will still be teaching on this Friday and Sunday, and then I will be taking a break following week from those classes as well. Right, so we still have this Friday and Sunday. I will be there to teach the classes, and after that, I just want to spend some time with my family because summer vacation is almost going to be over, and my daughters will go back to college. So I want to spend some time with my girls. That's why I'm taking a break, but I will be happy to come back in September and continue to teach these classes. I have posted my website address for the link to the free Friday and Sunday classes. If anybody hasn't joined those classes yet and you wish to join, please check out the chat box or you can ask Adrian or me and we will help you. All right, so let's extend our legs out and we're going to roll. Actually, let's do one. I had to prepare for this one. So let's cross our legs like this and make sure you have space behind you because we're going to roll, right? So hold on to your right big toe with your left and hold on to your left big toe with your right. So wrap your fingers around your big toe, right? And remember earlier I just told you lift your legs and see how that feels. That's why, right? So lift your legs and see again how that feels. All right. Now, if you feel ready, roll yourself and back. That's it, as simple as that. Now, I want you to observe, those of you who have never done this before, the back of your head does not hit the floor or the mat. It never touches the ground. It's the shoulder blades that come and you go back, right? So make sure you don't hit your head forcefully on the floor. That's going to be an injury. So be careful with that. If you're losing your control, it's okay, take a break, okay? Down and up. Ready? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, hold, hold. Don't rest the legs down. I want you to hold it like this. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let it go. Let's come down to the mat. We're going to lie down on our back and start to massage the back a little bit. Bring your knees into your chest. And let's massage the back. Open up your legs a little bit wider and then massage your back. And reverse. Drop your left feet down. Let's come into half happy baby with the right. So open up your right thigh outward. Hold on to the big toe if you can and pull that knee down towards the ground. Opening the hips and the back of the thigh. And breathe. Constantly engage the knee coming down towards the ground. Release. Rest your right leg down. Let's take the left. Hold on to the big toe of your left. Open up your knee. Let's try to bring that left knee down towards the ground. You can keep your right hand in T arms. Sometimes we tend to lift our right hip off the ground. So make all adjustments to keep your hips down to the ground. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, rest your left leg down. Bring your hands next to your body. Let's do a simple bridge position. Slowly as you inhale, start to release your lower back off the ground. Your mid back. And lift your belly button all the way up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly rest your whole back down to the ground. Only take your right leg all the way up. Cross your right leg over your left so you are intersecting at your thighs. Now lift both your legs off the ground. So right now you have your legs, your thighs are stacked up. Lift your head off the ground. Hold on to your right ankle with your left. Hold on to your left ankle with your right. And pull your legs towards your body. So I want you to compress the whole, your thighs into your body like this. Right? Your head is off the ground right now. Keep this pull towards your body and rest your head down. And breathe. Connect with your right glutes in particular. You should feel something around there. Breathe. Let go of your hands. Rest your hands next to your body. Left feet down. Undo your right feet down. Take only your left leg all the way up. Cross your left on top of your right. Lift your head off the ground. Lift both your legs off the ground. Left with your right ankle with your left hand. Pull everything into your body like this. When you feel ready, rest your head down. Keep pulling your legs towards your body. Think about left glute, see if something is happening there. And release. Undo your legs. Right feet down. Release your left. Extend your legs. Reach your hands over your head. Let's give a full body stretch. Fingertips and toes being stretched in the opposite direction. And release. Open up your hands, open up your legs. Find a nice, comfortable position to relax your body. Start to deepen your breath. Let's take a very conscious breath, slow one, a deep one. Inhale. And try to exhale from the pit of your belly all the way out, letting go of any stress, anxiousness, uncertainty you may be holding around your belly. One more deep breath in, reaching to the core. And a long breath out. Normal breathing. Make sure your lower back is well rested on the ground. Keep your knees a little bit soft. Keep your toes relaxed. So start consciously to let go of your toes. Sometimes we hold them up. Loosen your fingers and let them curl naturally. Feel your upper back rested on the ground. Make your body really heavy as if you want to create an imprint of your body on the mat by letting go of all muscles into the mat. Just like a rock, when you throw it into the water, it just sinks into the water. Let your body sink into the mat. Relax your facial muscles. Unhinge your jaw. Relax your eyeballs. Feel the weight of your eyelids on your eyeballs while letting them go. Relax your forehead and temple muscles. Whenever you feel ready, very slowly bend both your knees and turn your body to the right side. And take the support of your hands and make your way up into a seated position with your eyes closed. Bringing your hands to the heart center with your thumb touching the heart center. If you wish to make a small prayer for your loved ones in the world around you, you can do that at this time. Whenever you're ready, very slowly begin to open your eyes by first bringing the gaze towards the floor and slowly coming up to eye level. Let's take a bow together and say namaste. Namaste. Thank you guys. I will see you all in September.